Okay, so here we are. So we're looking at the checklist, the SBA checklist of all of the items that we should have. So this video now is specifically going to target the items for the problem solving section. So that's a section that we're focusing on for this video. All right, how we're going to put this part together as part of the presentation. So it says the problem solving and programming implementation section, right? And it's showing that there should be two files, one Word document with all of this in it and one Pascal file, right? And we know what the Pascal file is already, right? That's the file that we use to create our Pascal document. So I'm just trying to open mine. Here we go. Let me close that back and name it properly. It's actually not named properly there. Right. So give me a second. Right. It's open now. So this is my actual Pascal document. Right. That I did. And I can show that I compiled it. And I had 0 issues. So my compile was successful, meaning that my program will run. So this program is good. So this is the Pascal file, right? So we want to ensure that we have all of these items here in one Word document. So I'm just going to go through it piece by piece, right? Let's start with the pseudocode, right? We know what the pseudocode is. The pseudocode is how we originally started. This is our pseudocode. This is what we originally started with, which was the outline of the Pascal code. So this is the one that actually said output first name, input first name, output last name with the message, input last name for the variable, right? So this was the basic outline that we originally started with. So this is the pseudocode for the program. This isn't the actual program, right? The pseudocode is just a mock-up, like a basic draft or outline of what the actual program will look like. So this is the first thing that we should have. It's the second thing, but I'm starting it as the first thing. So we should have the pseudocode outline as this part. Next, we have the Pascal, the program code from Pascal, right? So we said that this is our Pascal, the actual file. So all I did was block everything here and copied it, and I pasted it into this Word document. So this becomes now my Pascal code. So immediately after the pseudocode, the Pascal code, which is the exact code from the Pascal file, the Pascal document, you just copy and paste it inside here. So as it is, once it is free from error and it compiles successfully, you can just copy and paste it inside here. And that's the second part that should be in this document, which is Pascal code, right? Next, we have a trace table. And we're already familiar with what a trace table is from previous classes, right? A trace table is basically a table that we use to outline the variables that we use in a program and the data that is used as part, some of the test data that is used as part of the program. So let me show you what that looks like in my case. So in my case, where I had, this is my Pascal code, as I mentioned before. And within my Pascal code, these are all the variables that I used as part of my Pascal code, right? So I'm going to create a table that has all of these variables in it: F name, L name, DOB, insurance, fever, cough, respiratory, days, symptoms, total expense, all of these variables that I use in the variables section. I'm going to create a table that has all of these variables in it, right? So I go all the way down here, and this is what my table looks like. So you can see the table have the exact spelling for exactly how I use it in the Pascal code. So it have the same F name, same L name, DOB, insurance, fever, same way like how I named it. I used it in the Pascal code. That's exactly how I named it, right? So we can switch over to the Pascal. See it here. So these are the exact variables that I use in my Pascal code. So each one of them I brought over into a table and I put it like this. So this is one long table going across, but because it was too long, I broke it into two sections. Alright, so this part that I still have one for number one here, so going across was actually a continuation for this one that was going across. Alright, so it's actually having four rows. The heading row, first, second, and third row. So it's a heading again, first, second, and third. So the first one here, continue from that one out at the end. All right, just to make everything whole because it was too long to hold on the page at once. All right, so this is my trace table. After I put in the variable names at the top now, I'm going to put in some data from, you can use the data from your spreadsheet, or that whatever data you use to run the Pascal, or some sample data that you use to run the Pascal code when you did it. So one of the sample data I put in was Kevin Brown, meaning, what I mean by sample data, I mean if I run my program and it asks for first name and I say Kevin, last name and I say Brown, all of this data that I'm entering here is considered to be sample data, right? All of this is sample data and I could continue entering the data. So for example, so what I want, so I'm just showing you that all of this data that I'm entering in here is sample data. So it could have been what I was using in Pascal, or it could have been what I brought over from the spreadsheet. Right? So it can actually be the data that I brought over from the spreadsheet here. Right? Sorry about that. Right. So you can just pick any set of data here. So Stacy Scott and all of the information that pertains to her, you can put all of that as one record in this. Stacy Scott, put in the date of birth that you had, the insurance, fever, all of the expenses, and all of the final costs you can put in. So you're going to put in any three sets of data into this table, and this is going to become a trace table, because what this is doing is that it is tracing the value for each variable as you use them. So if you were running it in Pascal, each time you run this code or each time you enter a set of record here, so it will store it similar to how the trace table is saving it, right? So the trace table is basically tracking the value of each variable each time you run the program. But instead of running the program 3 times here, so I'm just showing you an easier way that you can just use the data out of your Excel, out of your spreadsheet, and just insert it in here. So make sure that it actually makes sense. Make sure that it is actual data. So if I do the calculation on these figures, I'm supposed to get back the proper thing. So you may know that this is MOH, and the bed cost and the meal cost were all of these, then the total expense and the amount to be paid should actually match up. So once you finish this for 3 persons, I only did it for 1 person here, for Kevin Brown. You are going to do it for any 3 persons out of your spreadsheet, and that is going to be your trace table. Alright, and that finished that section. Let me look for the final part. So that's the trace table. And then next, you want a screenshot of your program output. A screenshot. So the screenshot is going to be basically as you are running your program. When you run it, just run it one time. Let me just start over mine. I'm going to use this one to get the full screen. So when you run the program, mine is asking presenter to continue. Do you want to enter patient record? Yes. Person name, Kevin. Don't wonder why I keep using Kevin Brown. It's just an easy short name to type, alright? There's nothing specific to it. I don't know anybody named Kevin Brown. 1995. Number of days admitted, let's use 10. Insurance type, let's use MAOH. Fever, yes. Cough, yes. Respiratory problem, no. Alright, so this is what my program will look at when it runs one time. So what I want to do is I want to screenshot it, but as you can see, all I can hold on the page one time. So what I would have to do is scroll up to the first part first, and we're cut off at MOH right here. So I would press my PRT-SC key on the keyboard. That's at the top right hand corner of your keyboard, somewhere near the delete button. You press that print screen button, and it will copy what is on the page, what is being displayed on the screen, and then you go back to your document and you can paste it inside the document. So I went ahead and I pasted down here, so right. So let me just show you one just to make sure, because when I paste it I had to modify it a little bit so that it hold on the screen. Alright, so if this was my screen, what is being displayed, and I press the print screen button, when I go back to the Word, I right click and press the paste, it comes up like this, but it's showing a lot of unnecessary empty space over this side. So what I want is really concentrating on the left hand side, so I can cut off the right hand side. So I can click on the picture. When you see it become highlighted like it is here, you go to format and go to crop, and you see some black lines come up on the edge. Those are some handles. You can put your cursor over it like this, click and hold it down, and you can cut off the unnecessary part of the screen of the picture that you don't want. So the picture comes up like this. So now you can just make it large on the page to make sure that it's viewable. And this is the first part. So you need to do it again, because remember this one only cut off at MOH. So you need to scroll down again. Where's MOH? MOH is right here. So you need to scroll down to just below MOH and do another screenshot for the bottom part. Alright? So as I said, I did it before, so I was just doing that as an example. So this is the first part of the screenshot where it cut off at MOH, and then this is the second part. So this is showing all of the output when I run my program from end to finish. So it's showing the first part and all that I entered for the first part, and the last part, and show all that I entered for the last part. And you can see from my own that the data that I entered here for the first person, Kevin Brown, MOH, all of the money to be paid 61,500, it actually matches what I have in my trace table. See it here for Kevin Brown. So when I put in all of the figure, it actually match. So this will show me that I wasn't making up information. It's actual data I was using, and that is what I want to see from you. So whatever data you're putting in your trace table, make sure that I can check the spreadsheet and match it to see that it's actual data and the figures are actually correct. Right? And then this is the final part for this screenshot. Right, that's a screenshot. And then the actual Pascal file, which is this actual Pascal file. But there's one section. There's a problem definition. The problem definition is basically your understanding of what you were to do in this Pascal program here. So I can say that for me, and again, as usual, don't copy exactly what I say, please. Alright. So if I go to the SBA sheet, I want to go down to the programming section, because it kind of give you an idea of what you want to type there. Alright. Develop a pseudocode algorithm for the hospital that calculates all payments for the patients based on their admittance details. So that's pretty much what your program was supposed to do. Alright? So I wanted a program. Sorry, let me do that again. I wanted a program that would calculate I wanted a program that will accept all patient information at a hospital. The program should then, don't mind my typographical errors, I type fast and I make a whole lot of mistakes, but you will do better when you're typing. The program should then calculate the payments for the patients based on their admittance detail. All calculations should be done automatically and displayed at the end of the record. So this can be a problem definition for me. So this is what I want my program to do. This is the situation that I want my program to fix. I want my program to do this. So for your problem definition, you can use this as an outline, but you will add more to it and put it together for yourself. As usual, please don't copy and paste exactly what I have. I want to see your own words and your own creativity in this. So for the programming part, as I said before, let me just scroll back up to make sure that we have everything covered here. So this is the programming and the problem solving and programming implementation section. So this is all of what you should be presenting. You should have one Word document with a problem definition, pseudocode, your Pascal code, the trace table, and the screenshot for the program, which is what I have here. I have the problem definition, the pseudocode, the Pascal code, trace table, and this needs to say screenshot of Pascal. Sorry, it's not showing what I'm typing. Where is it typing? Oh, screenshot of Pascal output. I want that to be right beside this. Give me a second. I don't know why this is behaving so weird today. Alright, good. So here we go. So this is the heading for this section. Computer behaving a little bit strange all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. I just keep on going all over the place, but I think we got it. Screenshot of Pascal output, and then this is the Pascal output. So let me just run through that again quick. So you should have problem definition, pseudocode, Pascal code, trace table for 3 persons, and a screenshot of the Pascal output. Alright? In addition to that, you should have the actual Pascal file to submit as well. Alright? So I think that is it. Thank you for your time, and I hope you are moving quickly to get this completed.